Some urge me to mandate or try to decree that by executive order, as some governors have done, that this union would come to exist, and I decline to do that because I think it's a decision that should be made by those who are directly affected by it. Payment by the state, for example, the subsidy were to increase, that would allow the family that needs the assistance to pay a lower part of their income, limited income for the child care. Nothing in here, as it says explicitly, prevents any provider from setting their own rates. And those are ones that I assume they do relative to what their capabilities of their parents are and the like. And similarly, this does not apply to anyone who is not licensed to take subsidized children. So there's a whole group of child care providers who don't take subsidized children, who are not licensed themselves to do so, who are unaffected by this, and in my view should be unaffected because they're operating their own businesses outside of the realm of government. Even if the union is authorized by a majority vote, then each individual provider still will have, the order is very explicit, will have the discretion whether or not they want to join that union or not. They'll have the opportunity to do so because of the vote, but they'll not be required to do so. I mean, I see advantages to that because my two sons years ago were in family daycare, and I thought Michael and Mary, as it was called, in Minneapolis, and I thought they worked far too many hours for far too little income, and so they didn't have any health benefits. So I'm sympathetic to those who think that the union, as has been proven in other fields, will lead to better wages, better working conditions, and benefits like health care that I think people should have, especially people who are dedicating their lives to the health and well-being of other people, small children.
Do what he says he's going to do. So it's unclear to me what this is all about. The only thing that is clear to me is that he does not have the power under law to do it.
For those child care providers that are seeking this, what would be their proper route then, in your view, if this is not it?
Number one, every person in this state has 2 elected representatives here in the legislature, a state senator and a state representative. So every individual daycare provider, as a citizen, has 2 representatives here in the legislature. Secondly, there are organizations that people are free to join, and many of them do, that represent their interests here in the legislature. We've met with them as members of the committee. They represent the interests of daycare providers. So to say that we as legislators do not hear or do not know what the concerns are of daycare providers is simply false. But if somebody wants to join an organization and wants to be called a union, that's fine. But to empower that organization with extraordinary ability to negotiate in place of the legislature, we don't think that that's appropriate, and furthermore, we don't think that the Bureau of Mediation Services has any authority to conduct this at all. We are looking at what the options we have available to us.
Obviously, we were hoping the governor wouldn't take this course of action, so we haven't gone down that road yet, but we'll be there.